As a result of this ongoing uncertainty in the economy, distributors continue to diversify their markets. We reported on this in June in our 2011 Distribution Landscape Report. Distributors are both diversifying product lines and end markets to spread the risk. For example, power transmission distributors are expanding into industrial supply and Jansan, and industrial suppliers are expanding into Jansan, safety, and other adjacent lines. This continues to be a priority for many companies. Julia Klein says distributors have to find new opportunities and new niches to survive right now.
Diversification has been our ticket out of this rotten economy. Our business used to be about almost 70% serving the residential markets, and now we're about 60% serving the commercial markets. So that's meant new customers, new products, new approaches. We've diversified a great deal. And we've also had the opportunity, especially recently, to bring on some new brands and new lines that's enabled us to weather the storm here. I think our agility to find new markets and find new niches has been the key to survival.
I've also heard this. Ted Cowie, whose industry is safety distribution and manufacturing, told me he's also seen this approach in safety. He provided some examples of diversification.
I know one distributor in western Pennsylvania that decided a year and a half or two ago to really put some energy into, or it's probably a bad word, bad pun, but put some focus into the Marcellus Shale projects that were beginning to explode all over the place. And they've done a nice job. They've figured out what are the safety issues in those sites, what products are the customers needing or looking for or requiring in order to make sure they don't run afoul of any regulatory stuff. And, they've quickly established themselves as one of the more knowledgeable and capable distributors to support that particular market that they happen to be physically in the middle of. And I think there's little pockets of that all around, whether it's, oil and gas exploration down in the Gulf Coast area or automotive manufacturers that have built plants in the Alabama, Georgia, Carolinas over the last 3 to 5 to 10 years. You've got people that have concentrated on those markets and learned what those manufacturers need and built some nice growth around that.
A newer market that has seen growth thanks to distributors' desire to diversify in the past few years is alternative energy. But there are still a lot of unknowns in that area. Bert Schraga of Bell Electrical Supply talks about the challenge he's seen in solar markets in particular.
3 years ago, a lot of the solar manufacturers were visiting the various NAEDs and trying to figure out if that was the way they should go to market, and some of them decided that that's the way they would go to market. But the solar market still remains like the wild, wild west. There's still a lot of fallout, and people are still trying to figure out if they really want to be in that, go through electrical distributors. And electrical distributors are trying to figure out if that's the business to be in.
While diversification certainly seems to be the name of the game right now, Stu Mecklin of the Industrial Supply Division for Affiliated Distributors said he has also seen distributors go the other direction and really specialize in a product area or customer group.
I'm less concerned about what strategy a person chooses than how they execute that strategy, because both of these are excellent strategies.
Larry Good of Good Advisors says distributors should approach diversification, if that's their choice, very carefully.
A lot of the distributors I've talked to have seen 25-30% increases in business in each of the last 2 years since the bottoming out in 2008 and early 2009. And most of us would have difficulty managing 30% increase in terms of receivables and inventory and the strain that puts on the balance sheet. So to say, gee, let's go take on another diverse range of products and markets may not be the ideal focus.